FPL content for 24-25 season. My name is Spad. Today, you're joining me for my dead live stream for Gameweek 8. Personally, I'm not going to be doing any transfers myself. I've got one free transfer, 0.7 in the bank. It's not enough for me players that I want to bring in, like Brennan Johnson would be the ideal transfer to bring in this game week. But I am short on money for him, and I'm not doing another minus. After I did one last week, and last week did not go great, I took Diaz out and bought Foden in, and bought Carvalho in for Eze because I could not afford Burmo. Hopefully Carvalho starts today. He didn't start the last game, but he came on and got a goal, which was an amazing thing for me, luckily. Needed those small points, especially when I didn't have Saka, when I had the opportunity to probably bring in Saka. But yeah, I think I'm low on funds technically, in my opinion, because of me having Watkins in my team has probably gobbled up a lot of the extra money that I would have in the other parts in my team. There's a reason why I do not have a good third striker. He is 4.6 million now, so injured, don't know when he's back. Yeah, but he's going to stay there for a while. I'm happy with the two strikers I've got. Probably would want it Solanke, but I think he will get a goal today. I think a lot of the players that I do not own are going to be getting goals today, like AKA Solanke, Brennan Johnson, Burmo. Palmer might, Saka might if he plays. Saka's still yellow here, but from what we've heard on the Twitter news at the moment, he might should be playing. But yeah, Havertz is another one. So there are a few players out there that players have that have been bought in this game week. McNeil, I don't think he could get a goal. Hopefully he does, for my bets. So Wood would be a great transfer to have in. Put 5 in the back. Yeah. Ain't no come on yet, no problemo. Let's have a quick look at the price changes that we're going to see today. I don't think they posted yesterday's ones yet. Last night's, I mean. No, they haven't. But I'm pretty sure Rare went up in price, so that was a good thing for me. I think Wood went up in price. But right now you're seeing a lot of people bringing in Johnson, Ron Jimenez, and Madison at high percentage rate. Lewis as well, cheap, 4.7. Man City defender, most likely will be starting in my opinion. Then you got Welbeck, which I had him instead of João Pedro. Would have saved me a lot of aggro. Now, personally, my team will be a bit different. Definitely be a bit different. Konate maybe. Don't think at that rate they're gonna go up in any price. João Pedro's gonna take another drop. Not surprised. McAllister, Martinez, Eze again looking like he's gonna take another drop. Kudos, Onana, Mateta, White, Luis Diaz looking like he's gonna take another drop tonight. 3% percentages of his transfer as a pretty high percentage. Havertz, surprisingly, people probably taking him out. I don't understand. Maybe he's not available today. They might have some inside information, or they're taking a risk, especially with the fixtures they got coming up in the next coming game weeks. But yeah, that's a pretty high percentage going down. Robbo is even higher at 7%. So a lot of people are probably trying to get extra money for other positions. Liverpool have got harder games coming up, and if it's not Trent, then yeah, I can understand why people are getting rid of Robertson and probably bringing in Konate, who's a 0.8 million cheaper now. So yeah, but let's have a quick look at the overall hourly change. Yeah, and but mostly people still bringing him in. No surprise there. On fire, wish I had him. But yeah, if you guys need any help with your teams, please go ahead and ask. I'm here to help. So we just see it's a clear winner this game week is probably Johnson. People bringing in. Yeah, it's pretty easy change for people, especially with Luis Diaz. It's an easy downgrade to Brendan Johnson. Upgrade from Semenyo, you need to have at least 0.9 million in the bank, depending on what price you bought Semenyo at as well. Maybe $1 million if you bought him at 5.6. If you bought him at 5.5 even, then you still get profit at 0.1, and then you still need 1 million. White might be like an opportunity to end later down the season as his price drops, because we know what he's capable of doing. We saw him do it last season quite a bit. So yeah, I wouldn't rule out getting White in the future. But let's have a quick look if we get a refresh. Nope. Alright. Not a lot of transfers this game week in my opinion, even though we had a 2-week break for internationals. Top transfer only this week is only $500,000. I think last game week we had transfers over the millions for like at least 2-3 players. So I think people have like built their teams because they wildcarded not long ago, probably two game weeks or even last week, and most people will have Mboma already in the team. That's why I'm not seeing a big influx. As you can see, there's his ownership is at 28.8%. So yeah. So if you're joining me now, I'm doing no transfers at the moment. Running my transfer on. Leave Haaland as captain. I don't think there's really any other option. $1.2 million in the bank. That's quite okay. So I don't know if Palmer is this game week. You want to bring in Palmer. If you're bringing in Palmer because you want to avoid the price rises. Yes, I can understand. And we don't know about Saka being fully fit. If you join my league, I can. Have you already activated your wildcard? Because if you join my league, the code's on the top left. I can look at your team currently and I can see if you do need to do wildcard. Henderson, I don't agree with. Crystal Palace haven't been great this season. He's 4.5 million still. Maybe go for Keller, because Keller's gonna be. He's got hard games. We already activated it. Okay. Keller could be a good option to go for, but he's got hard games coming up. Maybe he'd use him as a rotation instead of Flecken. Or you could use. I just don't know about Henderson, man. Better say, you want a cheap one, yeah? So, go down to 4.5. Because Henderson's playing Crystal Palace. I know they're at home, but Forest have been pretty good this season. Like, Sells is even a good keeper to have. They have been defensively solid this season. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go to the bench. I'll say you get Rico Lewis into your team. Take out Nuri, but Nuri does have attacking like potential as well. He's around the same price as well, I think. Nuri. Yeah, he is. 4.4, so he's cheaper. Okay, I see why you have him there. Anani, I don't think I'll have him in my team personally. You're bringing Konate in a hard part of the season now for Liverpool, in my opinion. Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, Brighton at home, Villa at home, with Alisson out as well, so less of a chance to keep a clean sheets. He only got his first Premier League goal the other 2 weeks ago, I think. So not completely convinced on Konate, but I know why you're going for a Liverpool player, because you don't have Trent in your team. Even Gabriel, you got Gabriel in your team as well. I don't think Gabriel's the best time to bring in Gabriel as well. Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, Chelsea away. Maybe after game week 12, you bring him in for Gabriel before then. I'll try to spend minimal on my defense, really, man. And Burma's a great choice. Brennan Johnson's a great choice. McNeil's a good choice. Good fixture list coming up. I think he's great to have. Maybe upgrade Dibbling. Dibbling 4.5. You got 1.2 million in the bank. That's only giving you 5.7. Not really much. But if you're doing a wildcard, maybe Watkins and Haaland is a great. Delap as a good third choice rotation would be great. It's just Palmer, that another midfielder I'm not fully sold on. Yeah, he's predicted high points, but I just don't think these are easy games for Chelsea, in my opinion, personally. I know people want to bring in Palmer for the next game on Game Week 9, Newcastle at home. I don't think that's going to be as an easy game as people think. Newcastle have improved defensively in the recent fixtures. Okay, United away will be a hard fixture, but by then United have to sort the act out at some point. But United are not great. Say if they played them this weekend, I'll be back in Chelsea to win that game. And then they got Arsenal at home, which will be a very hard game for them. After game week 12, I say Leicester away with Villa at home is not going to be easy, but it's an easier game. Southampton away, Tottenham away is another derby game. Now, Son, depending, I don't think he's fully back yet. I don't think he'll start today, personally. Unless we get some leaks. Yeah, go for that if I were you. Trent, I know he's got hard fixtures, but his attacking potentials are there. I like Lewis a lot because he plays high up in the pitch. His attacking returns potential is very higher than most defenders because he plays these through balls to Haaland the way Pep wants him play. And Man City haven't been keeping clean sheets. They've been leaking goals in nearly every game. But to get a Man City defender at 4.7 million, who is probably 75% chance of starting most games now, I would risk it. Because in the end, any Man City player besides Haaland is a rotation risk for Man City. Always has been. That's what just Pep is. So you always take that into account. If you're happy with that, with him being dropped sometimes, you've got, who else? You've got Robertson on the bench you can rotate with, and Out Nuri. So, two real good defenders. I think Mbeumo's an amazing choice to have in your team. He's just the penalty taker for Brentford, and they love scoring early goals at the moment. Hopefully that trend continues for them. I think Johnson, on the run of form he's been on with the games these are up, West Ham at home will not be defensively great. Crystal Palace haven't been defensively great either. In general, West Ham, Villa at home will be a hard game, but I think they could get a result on that. Both play a high type of line, so it could be a great game. And then Ipswich at home. I think Brennan Johnson is, I wish I had him. I just can't afford him unless I do a minus. That's the only way I can bring him into my team. I really want Johnson in my team, man. But then I have to figure out who I want to sacrifice. And it's like, literally, I've got money nowhere else. I can't get money from Greaves, Keane. I don't want to downgrade any of my defenders. Maybe going for Foden was the wrong choice last game week. I should just go for an Mbeumo and then Brennan Johnson. But then I will have some money left in the bank, maybe to upgrade Smith Rowe later on. But yeah, I've taken that risk with Foden. Hopefully he starts this game week. I'm hoping 4-5-1 for Man City. I need some goals and some assist points. So yeah. And bro, if you enjoyed my help, please subscribe to my channel. Always glad to help, and please join my mini league, bro. That way, like, I can give you guys help easier. So just go into this last FPL Viewers League, and I can just look at your team and give you quick advice without you typing it all out every game week. Personally, I think that's the best way for me to help you guys in future. I didn't have the best game week last week. This guy had a good week. He must have Saka. Yep, as captain as well. And Burma, Johnson, Rogers, great team there, man. Haaland, Solanke, Havertz, Trent, Gabriel. Wow, that's a very good team. Very solid team. A team that I'll be happy to go in with this game week with, man. Good team. With 1.5 million in the bank. Now that's a team. I know it's missing probably one more premium player, but if the supporting cast do the job, you know, maybe he can downgrade Gabriel, upgrade Rogers. But yeah, Let's say he might be unlucky this game week and Havertz and Saka don't start. You know? Gakpo, yeah. He went for Foden as well. But then pay for both us. Collins, nice. How much is Collins? 4.5. Assist and a goal. Bloody hell. No problem, mate. Let me just do a quick. I'm pretty sure everyone's got Captain Haaland, but I'll just do a poll anyway. Start a quick poll. Most likely, I expect everyone to go Haaland as captain. I think it's a no-brainer. Let's see if they've put up the price changes. Nope. Someone's being lazy. Is someone being lazy? No. Derrera went up. Solanke went up. Guardiola back went up to 6. Quite a lot of price drops. Kwanzaa has dropped down to 4 million. One of my biggest mistakes this whole season, not making the transfer early on. When he started dropping, I took him out at 4.3 or yeah, I think it was 4.3. Lost 0.2 million on that. One of my early mistakes. When as soon as I got subbed in that first game, I should have brought in Rico Lewis. It was the exact same price. Would have saved me 0.2 and I'd had a 0.1 profit right now. Yep, early mistakes. It's mainly because I don't know the Liverpool manager as I did know Klopp, how he would treat players, and yeah, that one cost me. Maybe cost a few other people, but now for 4 million, he's a great 5th choice player to have in your team, really, because you never know, he might start playing games, especially with the busy period that Liverpool have got coming up. Maybe it's a good, and if you have got a spare Liverpool spot on your team, you're doing a wild card, maybe a good player to have in your team as your 5th choice, because Liverpool will have got some hard games coming up. Champions League as well, Carling Cup as well in between that, so it's a lot of games. There could be some rotation. Because we've got Chelsea this weekend on Sunday, then the RB Leipzig away, Arsenal at home, so you expect Konate to play that game, but then you got Brighton at home away that's the Carabao Cup, and then you got Brighton at home, so you expect Kwanzaa play that game, and then Konate play this. Maybe Kwanzaa even plays this game, back-to-back games. And actually, nah, not enough space. Can't play back-to-back games because then you got Bayer Leverkusen at home, and then Villa at home. So these are the games gonna happen. 7 games. They got 1, 2, 3, 7 games from now to the next international break, which is gonna be a hard set of games in my opinion. So Kwanzaa might play one of these games. Highly doubt it. I can see him playing the RB Leipzig game maybe. But it's an away game. Would you want to risk it? I think the Carabao Cup and maybe the home game, you keep this one. Because the big game on the Champions League weekend. Yeah. But it's only as a 5th choice really, you know. Let's see what's the price, how people are going transfer wise, because we've got 19 minutes to go. Not many transfers happening. People have done their transfers and just sticking with it, really. So, any news? I'd like to get team news beforehand, that'd be good. So looking at other people, Capital Win, Sankey, Saka, Lewis, Pedro Porro. So, alright. Now look at that Wood, second highest predicted points. Such a yeah. Wood has the second highest predicted points. Is like someone I wish I had in my team as a third choice, really. I think going for Foden was one point my biggest mistake so far. Because if I didn't go for Foden last week, I went for Mbama and Brennan Johnson. I was able to bring in Wood for Stewart this week, and that way able to bench either Smith Rowe or Rodgers this game week. So it wasn't a great transfer by me last week, really. Trying to be extra clever. He played 77 minutes the whole game. He started the game. Like, see, he got 3 goals, but he didn't get none of it, which was not great. But with the 2 games coming up against Wolves at Southampton away at home, 2 of the easiest games that shows Man City will be playing this game week, like in the coming game weeks, you know. I just think he has to produce. He has to, like, after being like player of the season last year, I think he just has to produce, because otherwise it's a costly mistake by me. And if he doesn't produce this game week, I reckon my rank could drop even more, especially at this stage when every point matters between the ranks, because it's so tightly thingy done. But yeah, we are tired, man. Like, Isak is highly predicted. That's one thing like about AI I don't not like in this season. He has done a lot of wrong. Like, people bought in Isak from the start of the season as he was highly predicted, and I was one of those people fell for that trick. Probably cost me more than they should. It was, like, should have really been Havertz from the start. So at some stage, like, I'm gonna have to sell Salah or keep faith with him. One of the two. I'm not getting any team news really for the Spurs game, man. That's not really good, man. Let's see who's the most transferred up players this game week. Luis Diaz, nearly half a million. Jack Pedro, Salah took a price drop as well earlier. Mazraoui, Jackson, got some hard games coming up. Havertz, Saka, maybe for the hard fixtures, and because they're yellow, taking the opportunity to take them out. Semedo got some three hard fixtures coming up, but can bench him if you've got a good squad of a team where you can put him on the bench for these 3 games. Smith Rowe I can understand. Personally, I think he got benched in the Man City game because they were going for a different type of setup. It was nothing to do with him or like his performances. I expect him to be starting against Villa at home. It's a big game for them. They will try to get as many points as they can. They've picked up 11 points this season so far out of the possible 21, sorry. That's a pretty good return for Fulham, in my opinion, with the games they've had. They were unlucky against United first game of the season. Oh yeah, sorry guys, I didn't do my transfer watch this game week. I was kind of busy. So let's do a quick one right now. We got 10 minutes. At Nuri, avoid this game week, especially against Man City. Pedro Porro. A good transfer. Not the best. I'll say optional. Haaland, must have in my opinion. Of course, the transfers are not that high because most people that already have him, look at the ownership of 72%. It's only like 20% of people that don't have him, and the other percentages, 6%, probably don't play the game no more. Luis Diaz, I would avoid. Rotation risk, probably will start this game week though, but it's hard self games. Onana, I would avoid. I know he's kept 4 clean sheets, but I'll still avoid. Kept 1 penalty save, yep, but it's not going to do that every game week. Jackson, avoid again, hard set of games in my opinion, and not a future-proof player for Chelsea. Probably is the second most after Palmer. Then you got Dallo, I would optional, but I would avoid. Raya, good transfer, can keep clean sheets, and against the better teams will make a lot of save points in my opinion. Now Foden is now, fixture-wise, a good transfer. Form-wise, not there. Just is where I'm at right now. I'm hoping that changes this game week. Pickford, I would avoid. Still a liability in my opinion. I know he made a penalty save the other day, but that was just because he read the penalty. He knew because he's taken penalties with him plenty of times in international duty. So it was one of those things where he knew the player taking it, and he's taken so many against him in practice. That is the reason why he saved it. Guardiola at 6 million, optional. Watkins, good, 9.1. I'll get him at 8.9. So yeah. Rodgers, put him on optional. Not the best of games coming up. So yeah, optional for me right now. Madison, I would avoid. There's other better options to bring into midfield. Van der Ven, good transfer. Gabriel, optional, a bit too expensive for me with the games coming up they got. It's hard. Yes, he can get your attacking returns from set pieces where Arsenal have been prolific last season and this season. Welbeck, optional. I think there's other choices better to pick right now to bring in as a striker. Kanate, another optional. I don't expect him to get attacking returns like he did a few weeks ago. And we've got hard games coming up, and they've got Alisson missing, so less like to keep a clean sheet. Rico Lewis, I think is a good transfer, 4.7, very attacking, Man City player, cheap. Still a rotation risk, but that's just Pep. Kovacic, I would avoid. He's not going to get 2 goals like he did last game week. He's just not that type of player. You know this from past, he's been at City for a long time. You want to look at your team quickly, okay. Raul, optional. Saka, avoid because we don't know. Delap, good transfer. Justin, avoid. Solanke, good transfer. Wood, great transfer. Palmer, good, optional. I would avoid. Gamble, risky. McNeil, optional. Mbomo, great transfer. Johnson, great transfer. So let's go to your league. Nikolai, where are you? There you are. So you've taken out Luis Diaz for Bernard Johnson, and you got 1 free transfer left. And how much money you got in the bank? You got 0.5 there, so you went from, I don't know how much money you got for him, so you got 1 free transfer, 0.5 there. Downgrade, so you got at least $1 million, 1.4 maybe. So get rid of Sameo, I say. Yeah. I would actually kept Luis Diaz, because you ain't got Salah on your team. Because I expect Luis Diaz to start the next 2 games. Chelsea and Arsenal. They're 2 big games. I expect them to start. So I know you've probably already done that transfer now, but I would have kept Luis Diaz in my team because you don't have Salah. But I think your free transfer left over, I think you will need to get rid of Sameo. Probably. The thing is, you could probably even bench him this game week. His price could drop. That's another thing. Like if you're relying on his price, that could make it drop maybe tomorrow. You got 2 million, so you got 5.6, 5.6, 5.5, depending when you bought him. 5.6, say 7.5. It's a very hard one, bro. Very hard one. Yeah, bro. Maybe you should, because like, I don't know, because like, what price did you buy him Semedo at? That's the thing. It all comes down to that, because does that price not affect you? So depending what game we could bought him at. Let me just quickly look. We had him there. So you bought him at 5.7, I think. What, game week 5? Okay, we bought him in for game week 6, yeah? So you bought him in last week. The week before that, so yeah, I think you'll have to get rid of him, bro. If you bought him at 5.7, get rid of him now, just to save. Because if his price drops, then you'll lose 0.1 million on him. But if you bought him at 5.6, then you can afford let him drop 0.1. No one's jumping out to me for you, man. Like you could go like for Rodgers just to save some extra money. To improve your other parts of your team, maybe. Yeah, it's very hard one, bro. Well, you got 2 minutes to go. Shit, bro. Oh, man. Maybe go for Bernardo Silva. More likely to start. Got 2 easy games. Gordon long term, maybe. But then he'll be off penalties when Isak is back. But yeah, let me just quickly confirm my team, make sure my team's done. Captain, yep, not changing nothing, leaving it as it is. Yeah. Sorry, bro, I couldn't help you even more. But yeah. Like, I don't think I've ever struggled this much to give someone some help. But yeah. Hopefully you have a good game week. Thank you guys for joining me for my stream. Hopefully see you next time. We are 1 minute away from deadline. Not long away. I think everyone should be captaining Haaland, I think, most likely. Man, thank you guys for joining me. I think this deadline has passed. Wait, has it? It says it hasn't, but my time on my thing's gone, but let's see. Yeah, deadline, there you go. Thank you guys for joining me. I've got a fucking busy day ahead of me, so I'm gonna get to it. But thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully I'll do a stream next week. Trying to watch this as well, and maybe do some other streams. I am a bit more free now, but maybe do a review for the game week. People might want to do early transfers, discuss future game weeks maybe. So yeah, I might do a stream then. Thank you guys for joining me. See you guys next time. Please like, subscribe to my channel for future FPL content. See you guys later. See ya.